Yo, what's up guys? This season has been interesting, let's put it that way. Today I'm showing what happened in 3 of my last 4 races in PSGL F7 and it's going to completely summarize how this entire season went so far. In terms of pace, I feel like I can usually keep up with the line merchants, but today you'll see why pace is not the only important thing. As you can see, this first race was at Brazil, a track where I usually feel pretty strong. So I was pretty excited for this race as the lights are out and away we go. We get a pretty decent start, as you can see, and we get past Josh straight away. We're gonna move through these 3 races pretty quickly, and yeah, there's not a lot to show, so that's why actually. So in this first race we get off to a decent start. Then we have Alberto in front of us. We have a little bit of more pace, so we're gonna send it down his inside. We unfortunately tap Bas there a little bit, but it looks like we do get the move, but Bas here is right in the middle and we tap him a little bit going into the corner, so we don't have a nice line. And then Alberto doesn't leave space on the outside. I don't know if I had right to space looking back at it, but at the time I was pretty sure I could get that warning removed, which is going to be very important for later in this race. Then you can see Bas here having a little bit of a moment, causing a gap to create between the first place and the second place. As you can see, the first place all the way at the back there. So we get past Alberto. Or do we? Look what he does. Bum. Yeah, he taps our back and he goes right past me back. Usually you let the other car go when this happens. He doesn't, but of course with the cars behind me it's gonna be pretty hard for him. He even goes defensive first, so we're gonna completely shop him off the track. Because that's of course the normal thing to do when that happens, making us lose 2 more positions, which, yeah, again looking back at it was pretty stupid, but I was pretty pissed at him. So we're back in P4. We had a little bit more pace than Bas, just like Ranch, so we got past him, and now we're gonna move on to lap 10, where we already are gonna pit. That's pretty early for Brazil. I was running high tire pressure, so my wear would be a little bit lower on the mediums. So I thought I would be able to afford this undercut on P1. And look at lap 40 now, where P1 provisionally, it's like he was P1 with a big gap, and we have undercutted him. So we wanted to make his life a little bit more hard, and I hoped that the gap would still be there when I got with him, but it wasn't. So now we're in a 4-way fight, I think, for the lead. And I wanted to save some ERS, and now look at my ERS point. It's at 20% at lap 22, around 20%. I couldn't really see, and now it's around 50%, 40, 50. I really can't see on my screen, but Smalley makes a mistake, so we don't get DRS. And after all those laps of saving the ERS, we are gonna have to use every little bit of ERS because of a little mistake of him. Because otherwise, if we don't, we're gonna lose all those positions again. Luckily here, I was pretty conservative with using the ERS because I saved so much, so I didn't want to. Then the lap later, I just thought, let's pass him, because if he makes another mistake like that, we're gonna be completely drained, and I don't really mind. I thought I had good pace, and I almost got him out of the DRS, but then we make a mistake. We don't have any ERS left, and we get a 3-second time penalty. That's why I said at the time I thought I would be able to get this removed. Then we're gonna let Smalley back through, and again to save ERS. And it's lap 33 now, and you can see my tires were getting very worn. I was struggling a lot on my tires, and we make a mistake. We go on the grass a little bit, so we lose 2 positions almost. You can see we lose to Mosey the position. We don't have any ERS left. Mosey really kindly gives us the slipstream, and that's why we can stay ahead of Josh, who doesn't really commit to the inside there. We do leave enough space, so luckily we keep our 3rd spot. And then in lap 34, I was just looking at Mosey, but then Smalley has a little bit of a moment of oversteer and then goes right on the racing line. And this is already a pretty awkward corner. But you can see we get another warning, making me no chance of the pen removal, which was already pretty low looking back at it. But at the time, I was extremely mad at that happening because I just lost 2 positions and again on my ERS due to another mistake from Smalley. And then we go side to side with Josh here. He leaves just enough space and then this corner goes to the left hand side, but it opens up if you go full throttle, of course. And then we make contact and I end up in the wall. Yeah. I'm happy that I didn't record my voice because I was yelling. I was really yelling. I think I threw my controller on the ground and I destroyed my controller. I actually had to get a new pad. Yeah. And that's how the race ended. So, over, no points. Now we're gonna go to America. It's not in chronological order. So this race was yesterday for me. You guys will see it tomorrow. And this is the start. We just get so awkward through these corners. And we only lose positions because of those awkward moments. And my teammate, I was in the party with Kevin, gets in front of me. And whenever that happens, you're not gonna fight your mate, of course, because it's only gonna cost you time. You wanna work together. So I thought I'd give him plenty of time to make a move. And then this happens in lap 8.
Mate! Oh, come on!
And of course we get damage also on our rear wing. Of course, just a mistake, and you can't really blame people for making mistakes because it's a mistake. You know, you don't do it on purpose, and you know he apologized, of course, and it's all good. But again, really frustrating. 0 points. We were already in a pretty crap situation, but yeah, just not a lot we could do about it. I feel like only our improving quality, that would be the only thing I could have done, you know. But in terms of the race, we move on to Singapore. The last one I'm gonna show you guys. Another great race for me. You can see we qualified in 10th and there was gonna be rain. A little bit of rain in 30 minutes time or 45 minutes time. Not quite sure. I think 30 minutes. And the rain was gonna fall a little bit later than this safety car here. It was definitely not raining yet, but I thought, let's go to the hards. If there's just a small bit of rain, then I was the only one who went to the hards, and I could stay out on these hards, and I could end the race on these hards. So we're in P10 now. We already got a penalty as well, which was pretty stupid. But yeah, you can see how long this video will take. We're not far off the end. So we start off on the hards. And straight away you can tell these medium runners have so much more grip. This guy has so much more grip that we're just not even able to fight him a little bit. And then in this corner you can see what's gonna happen. So we let another medium runner go. We don't really have any choice. And then in front of us a collision happens. And of course we get collected. And that's it. This is how my season pretty much has been. Yeah, don't really know what to say. I guess this is just part of racing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little bit different. I also like to show the other side of racing. I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. If you did, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.